It's taken literally up until this year, I think, to be as comfortable as I am in my skin.
It's 2025. Everyone's gay. It's easy.
I was praying the gay away. You know, that was very much my journey.
Like, are we doing it?
Yeah, are we doing this? This is what's going to happen for my life.
Us.
It's just us. Like, even if you have a kid, doesn't mean that you need to lose sight of, like, your creativity or what makes you unique. Donna, you're going to be obsessed with Paris. And she's like, let's go, girl.
I really do believe that we're all just taller toddlers. And it's time to start talking about it. Because you're supposed to like your life.
Todd Squad, we're having some technical difficulties, but today I'm super duper excited to be having a play date with Andrew Muscarella.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with mozzarella.
No, although everyone says it, so.
Do you like mozzarella?
I'm obsessed. And I'm from Long Island, so we say mozzarella. Because, like, why would it be anything else?
Kitchen Cabaret? Is that the place?
Kitchen Cabaret?
Cabaret Kitchen?
No, I've never been. What do you mean?
What's the Long Island place? You make the salads, you get the coffee, like.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
But you're introducing me to a place on Long Island.
Where in Long Island are you from?
I'm from Massapequa.
Massapequa.
Home of, like, Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, casual.
Home of me, home of Alec Baldwin.
We don't have to whisper.
No, I know. You know what? He's funny.
Yeah,
he's funny aside from, like, whatever
everything
happened.
else,
Yeah.
Rust.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
Andrew, you're perfect.
What's
this
up?
is really.
We just met and we're ready.
I know. Well, that's what I do. I mean, that's why I U-Haul, and I don't try to, but it just kind of happens platonically and romantically.
Of course.
Andrew, thank you so much for having a play date with me today.
Thank you for having me. Like, I'm obsessed with the idea of a play date as an adult. I will do anything for it.
I call my hangouts a play date.
Yeah, as you should.
I don't like to call it a hangout. That feels weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why did we have to grow up? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, why do you have shame around it? Okay.
Get
over it.
Get over it. You're going to be happier as a grown-up.
I agree.
If you hold on to what you're like as a kid.
100%.
What were you like as a kid eating mozzarella in Long Island with your curly fro?
Yeah.
I want it all. Like,
I was
after
eating,
school activity snacks, what were you eating?
I was eating so much mozzarella, girl. They couldn't get the mozzarella out of these grubby hands. Let me tell you that. No, what was I like as a kid? I was a pretty large kid. I definitely loved to eat. My dad would definitely, like, encourage me to do things by being like, we can get a milkshake, a vanilla thick shake float after this. I was like, yes, please. But as a kid, I was like a very motivated and driven kid. I did everything under the sun, every single sport. I played 7 sports. I might have looked round,
you did not.
But girl, I was on the field. I was in a pool. I was throwing footballs.
Fuck yeah.
I was doing everything.
You were not throwing footballs.
Girl, I was throwing footballs. I was pulling flags in flag football. The one thing I didn't do, which I regret, is theater. Because if you got me on the stage,
makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
You should have done theater.
Well, you need to recognize something here, and it's that I'm from Long Island. I was a young, big gay boy, but I didn't come out until I was 23 years old.
Literally same.
Well,
we need to talk about that.
We have to talk about that. So I was doing everything. That's why, like, podcasts aside,
yeah,
like, I lived this idea of being a good child for my parents. I did everything that was expected from me, and they would invest so much money in me, and they'd be like, we got you a lacrosse trainer, we got you a math tutor, we got you this, and I felt an obligation to do what they wanted. And then it got to a point where I started to do what I wanted for myself, and then I felt like a bad adult. And I kind of lost sight of what it was like to be a good child.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I was like as a kid.
Do you have siblings?
I do. So I was a surprise. We're going to say that instead of mistake, okay?
I love that.
Right? We're reclaiming the word.
Totally.
I was a surprise. My sister is 10 years older, and my brother is 7 years older.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you close with them?
I am, like, as much as you can be when they are so much older than you. But when I was a kid, like, my sister was like my second mother.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of cute. I mean, my youngest sister is 7 years younger.
Yeah.
So I have some of that. We joke that she was a surprise, but, like, I love that surprise versus an accident.
And my brother would be like, growing up, he'd be like, we found you in a dumpster. We found you in the side of the road. I'm like, why would you say that?
Okay, Equinox.
Okay, Arms. Yeah, people don't know that I'm
football believing it.
Yeah, I don't Listen, the thing about me is like I lead into personality and comedy, and I'm never showing these arms. But when I do,
But I think you like maybe should go on stage with a muscle tee.
oh girl, I'm finding any opportunity to go to a gay club in a muscle tank. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Speaking of a gay club, you're throwing footballs.
Yes.
You're blending in.
I'm blending in.
Do other people think you're gay?
Oh, everyone. Oh, I mean, like,
Were
I
you
could
kissing girls? Like, what's the status? Okay, this seems heavy.
It seems heavy for sure. So as much as I tried to mask anything, I was still the kid that was doing high kicks. I was like sassing everyone like as much as I possibly could. I was nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You were a diva.
I was 100% a grade A diva. But yeah, no, there was no hiding it. People would call me gay all the time, but then I had friends that would be like defending me. I think for me too, like since I grew up like really big and gay, like there was two things that I was being bullied for, and it was people calling me fat or they're calling me gay. So like that's why when I was a kid,
Okay.
what the hell
Emily, I need you to turn the camera.
is happening? As we speak, there's a parade.
So these are adults that are holding on to what they were like as kids.
And that's special.
It's special. I want to laugh at it, but they're just rollerblading on a Friday morning down Domino Park, and you know what?
And you have to wonder, I mean, like, we're here as well. It's 11 a.m.
Totally.
Sometimes I think,
What do people do that allows them to do that?
do you have a job? And then I'm sitting in a park also at 11 a.m. and I'm like, do I have a
Totally.
job? Cool. But back
Fat
to what I was
and
saying.
gay.
So fat, yeah, exactly. I love that. Fat and gay,
Fat and
yes,
gay.
correct.
Gorgeous and
So
gay.
I think that, like, to go back to what I was like as a kid too, like those were two things that people could see me as. So what I did was I wanted to be the smartest person in the room. So I always validated myself based on my grades because people could be like, oh, he's so smart, not he's so fat or he's so gay. So yes, people would call me gay, but my girlfriends would be like, he's not gay. I
Right.
had a girlfriend in college at 21.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Sending love to her.
Sending love to her. We're still friends. I
Of
went to her
course.
wedding.
Love.
You know what I mean?
Love.
And like her dad wasn't fucking with me, but her mom was obsessed.
Yeah.
And that's actually all I care about.
Yeah.
Is if the mom likes me.
And Jewish moms are hard to win over.
Jewish moms are hard to please. Italian moms are
Yeah.
hard to please. Like any Long Island moms are hard to
Yeah.
please. I think that's also sometimes I avoid dating Long Island people from Long
Yeah,
Island.
you can only have one.
No, and it's me.
It's you. You can't have two Long Islands
know
in
what
the
I
mix.
mean?
It's just
Like,
it's two. It's like a Long Island iced tea. It's
I'm
like
the
you're
whole
gonna black
pie
out.
of pizza. Like I don't need another. You know what I mean? You're not taking a slice of this.
And the thing is, I do know what you mean.
Exactly.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I just want to say I so relate to validating yourself through academics and being smart because
Mm-hmm.
I was someone who always validated sought validation, was validated by my external appearance. Went to college, gained a bunch of weight, was
Yeah.
really not feeling good in my skin at all,
Mm-hmm.
and then just became like the journalism girl and the smart girl and the politics girl because I really wasn't feeling hot about my dating life. So I think that like transference, if you want to
Yeah.
call it that, is like a really normal thing. But you feel very comfortable in your skin now.
Yes, it took a lot for me.
What do you think it was that helped you get there? Was it time? Was it a technique? Was it therapy? Was it
It was a mixture of
age?
everything. I think it was like evolving. I mean, for me, again, I was a finance major in college. I was
Wow.
investment banking track. I was interning at the New York Stock Exchange. Girl, I was in a suit.
Andrew,
I was
what?
I was on the trading floor.
It's like hot,
was.
though. It's like the TV show
right.
industry.
Right. I'm kind of like, ooh. I was going there in my suit, but they would be like, "Go pick us up 15 pizzas," and I'm like, "You got it." And they were kind of hot, so I was like, "All right."
Were we wearing the
I'm like,
earrings at that point?
Treat me nasty. You're right. Anyways, but I absolutely would do that. And then, yeah, I had an internship at the United House, the State's House of Representatives, at the
Okay.
Financial Services Committee.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy too. But then I was like, I am not feeling validated in anything that I'm doing. So I think after I graduated, I had this come to moment that I was like, what am I doing with my life? I
Totally.
don't want to do finance. I was so competitive. I wanted to be the smartest in the room, and that wasn't me. I saw a lot of like negative sides of myself.
It was all for external validation.
yeah.
It wasn't like in your core, in your
No.
soul, what you want, who you are.
No, I just wanted, I recognize I just wanted to be better than people, and that's like never what I want to feel. So
Totally.
then I kind of like got away from everything. I moved away to Boston, and that was for me at the time a form of escapism. I think for me to feel comfortable in my skin, I wanted to leave, unfortunately, my family and friends that I've had so I can like start a new life for myself.
Right.
Very Augustana Boston of me. But so I met new people. I was able to reintroduce myself at a new place as like bisexual, but everyone's like, you're gay. And that allowed me to feel a little bit more comfortable. But it's taken literally up until this year, I think, to be as comfortable as I am in my skin. And it was really because of the help of my best friend Joe, who I do my podcast with.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Isn't he your childhood friend?
We just hit 25 years of friendship.
I'm gonna puke.
Yeah, isn't that
That's
crazy?
beautiful.
I know. It's really special. It's really beautiful looking back on it. And I would not be the person I am if I didn't have the opportunity to speak about things that have made me feel so shameful and feel so, bullied. And it's just like nice to get it off your chest. It felt like therapy, but we were putting it out to quote unquote the world or to the public. And like, it just allowed me to release so much shame.
Well, it's like sharing your truth.
Exactly.
And
so
if you
now
help
when
one person, you're doing your job.
Exactly.
That's how I
And
feel.
like seeing, exactly what you're doing. So it's like, it's nice to see those affirmations or the validations from listeners. But yeah, it's allowed me to be this person. At the beginning of when we started the podcast, I was really judgmental. I would be like, I'm never going to go to a circuit party. I'm never taking my shirt off. You won't catch me dead at $3 bill. Now I'm there every week. You know what I mean? And this is my, I'm leaving next week for Fire Island for the first time. And if I was to tell myself 3 years ago, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, it's a journey. And
It
and
is.
you think that it's 2025, everyone's gay, it's
Nope.
easy. You know what?
It's not, girl.
It's actually like a journey, and it's hard, and
It
it's
is.
scary, and
Yeah.
like, I am like just now in the point after having been on this journey for like 2 years now, where I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, like I've arrived, and I feel like good in it, and like, I'm bi on paper, but I like feel more gay by the hour, and like I'm dating a girl, and like, it's just. But it takes time, and
So
it
much.
takes like unlearning things and relearning things and teaching people things and not wanting to prove to people all the time. It's just like, I am me. I don't fit in a box, and I go with how I feel, and like, but it's also not like woo-woo and non-monogamous for me. Like,
of course.
it's legit.
It is legit. And I think that also it's like when you can recognize, the whole concept comes back to like, even when it was in school, when it was in like sports, now it's like you are good enough. I think that is like the thing that I have to keep reminding myself to feel like comfortable in my skin and with who I am. But it took a lot of like deprogramming internalized homophobia. Like you grow up in especially Long Island is not an easy place to grow up. Yes, you have access to so many beautiful things, but the people there, listen, girl, it's like the Alabama of the North, you know? It's tough out there, okay?
Well,
it's really tough.
The other day, I was walking down the street with the girl I've been seeing, and we were kissing on the street, and she was like, there were kids behind us.
Yeah.
And she was like, I think kids need to see more girls kissing.
Absolutely.
And I was like, you know what, you're literally so right. I have never, when I was a kid, I did not see two women kiss.
Ever.
Once.
No.
I had a few friends in my school with two dads.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3 in the whole school.
Yeah.
Because even, I think there's a even, yeah, okay, it's hot when a girl's bisexual. It's weird when a guy's bisexual. Yeah. Then there's also like, if your son tells you he's gay, you believe him the first time. If your daughter tells you she's gay, you're like, are you sure? You're
experimenting.
You're experimenting.
Yeah.
Renee Rapp's gay, so you think you're gay, and like, like, oh, well, you just have dated really shit guys, so you think you're gay. Really?
No.
I just think we doubt women's decisions. It's like, are you sure?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
And I also think it's like, it is exposure. And I think that we live in a society now that we want to limit exposure to people who are not like the societal norm.
Right.
And I remember when I was growing up, I was like, oh my God, Ellen, she likes women? You know what I mean? Like she was, and that's why people laugh. But I'm like, when I was a young gay boy and I would look at, media, I would see somebody like Ellen and my parents being receptive towards her. And I was like, oh, that's a lesbian woman that my parents like. So maybe it is okay if I am gay. So it's like those little things when you're a kid that you can see so you can recognize yourself in them, even if you're so different.
That's where representation matters.
Exactly, period.
What is, well, first of all, and then we've gone so gay, and I love it.
We got so gay, I'm obsessed.
Who was your first crush? Do you remember your first crush on a boy?
Oh.
A TV crush, a celebrity crush, or a school
crush? Oh, yeah, I remember the school crush for sure. Connor. I won't say his last name just to protect his integrity.
What grade?
I think Connor, I started like kind of falling for 3rd grade.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
just, like wanted more circle time with him?
Yeah, I wanted more circle time with him. I would always find myself like sitting next to him. I would get excited. I remember for his 5th grade birthday party, I was so excited that I was invited. Like, I wanted to be around him. Obviously, you're a kid, so you don't really know what those feelings are.
Totally.
But you do kind of still get like the butterflies in a way. Obviously non-sexually, it's just like, oh, I just want to like be near him.
Yes.
But I was hiding that by dating another girl. I was dating Jen, you know.
Hi, Jen.
And hey, Jen, love you, obsessed with you. Hope you're still riding horses. But
I'm crying.
But yeah, Connor I think was my first person, and then celebrity crush, I would say it was Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Because once I hit middle school.
And every masked lesbian.
Correct.
Fact.
And
yeah.
Well, actually, speaking of masked lesbians, first of all, my DMs right now are just masked lesbians. Sliding in.
Why?
I couldn't even tell you.
Like
I'm
what?
obsessed with the lesbian community. Do not get it twisted. But I'm like also trying to get it here and there. I'm single, but it's like the only people that are trying to hit on me.
So great.
Thank you. I would love that.
Can I ask your like type?
My type, I do not have.
I don't either.
I've stripped away my type. Unfortunately, I do think I lean towards a little bit more of a masculine presenting man.
Why is that unfortunate?
It's not unfortunate. I think that it's tough in the gay community sometimes to. I don't know why I feel shame around that, and that's a completely different conversation for therapy. But I do like a mask-presenting man who is more feminine in nature. I think that's how I balance my femininity and masculinity well. And it's just someone who's like likes to have a good time.
Totally.
But yes, there are lesbians in my DMs who are saying some crazy things to me.
That is hilarious.
But it is great. But Justin Bieber, for sure. I remember 6th grade, I was sitting in the parking lot as my dad was unfortunately going into a funeral. And I was sitting there, and I heard One Time come on the radio, and I was like, hold the phone. Who the hell is this? And I was in 6th grade. He was in 8th grade. He was 2 years older than me. And I looked him up on my little flip phone, and I was like, oh, it's game over. I'm feeling crazy.
It's game over. We're gay.
Yeah, I'm gay. I was 100%.
Totally. Andrew, what is a phase, outfit, haircut, hairstyle, something that you loved in the moment and you look back on and you cannot believe you did it?
I mean, like, I was such a preppy kid growing up.
Really?
Oh, like the preppiest you've ever seen.
Sperry's?
Oh, girl, my feet stunk in those Sperry's. Yeah, I was not wearing any socks in those slippery sliding Sperry's. I was in Vineyard Vines head to toe. Like, you couldn't even catch me out of Vineyard Vines. Yeah. Salmon pants.
Salmon pants.
That was my expression of femininity. People were like, you're gay. I'm like, no, it's just salmon, okay? And straight men wear salmon.
They do.
They do.
At a country club.
Of course.
When
I
they
was
want to,
giving
like, get it
country
in the
club
vibe. You know what I mean?
in a town that certainly wasn't serving country club.
Totally.
So that's what made me stick out from a lot of people, unfortunately. But yeah, looking back on it, it was maybe a form of expression to wear pastels and like brighter colors. But yeah, I look back on my preppy era and I say, what was I doing?
What did you want to be when you grew up?
This is so horrible.
Wait,
but
why
a
is it horrible?
politician.
Why is that
It's not horrible, but like, I mean, I'm always like second guessing. I'm like, this is horrible, but
No, you're perfect.
I like mask men. No.
By the way, I want to go back to that for 2 seconds. I think you're telling yourself that there isn't a man who's more masculine out there for you. I think you're like telling yourself that there's a shortage.
I think that's what it is.
And there's not. There's an abundance.
I know.
And the right guy is going to come for you.
I think I'm very comfortable in myself, and I think that like I don't have any shame when I'm posting to the internet and whatever. So
the right person will think it's hot.
Yeah.
Trust.
I sometimes still feel extremely perceived, and I think that mask-leaning men sometimes are the ones that hold on to a little bit more of it's not even internalized homophobia,
yes, it is.
But it is, you know?
Is.
So I never want to feel judged by the person that I'm trying to date. So a lot of the times I kind of just write them off because I'm like, I'm comfortable.
Totally.
And if you're not, it's not going to work.
100%.
But that is what I'm looking for.
100.
So if you're listening.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
they're gonna find you.
No, they're gonna
We're
find
gonna
me,
find
right?
them. Some of them might not even be out yet.
Exactly. But like,
might bring
girl,
them out.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm obsessed with that. And you will come out, but I can't do the work for you.
No, you can't do the work
But
for
I
anyone.
can hold your hand. I'd be happy to hold your hand. Yeah, but I'm at a place like don't hide me from your parents.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 100%.
Your mom's gonna like me regardless. I don't know what to say.
100. When you grew up, you wanted to be a politician.
I wanted to be a politician. I grew up in a political family. I grew up, my dad, and I've talked about this openly before.
Are we doing it?
Yeah, are we doing this? This is what's going to happen for my life. It's just us. I grew up in a really political family. My dad was a politician growing up, so that was also a really interesting learning curve as a kid because I was going to public functions. I was on stages with my dad as he was running for elections, and I always needed to put on this persona that like everything was good, and I think that was hard as a kid growing up, being like, you know, we're not going to let you in too much. Everything was very passive. It's like the picture perfect family. But it was something that I was raised in, so I always thought that was what was expected from me as well.
Totally.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a politician. And that's why looking back at high school, and I've talked about it, that is a part of my life that it's unfortunate when I look back because I was not the person that I am today, and I've learned so much, but I do believe people change, and I do believe that you are a product of your environment, and we don't give a lot of grace to people sometimes.
100%.
But yeah, I learned really quick after my freshman year of college that, girl, I didn't like to write papers.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. And political science majors were writing papers.
Oh yeah, poli-sci.
Like obsessed with John Locke, I guess, but like I didn't really care. I didn't care.
No, you don't care. And also, like I have to say, respect to all the politicians out there.
Yeah.
Would love to have some of them join me for a play date.
Oh, for sure.
The facade of it's all perfect and happy.
Yeah.
It's really exhausting.
It's really
And that's
hard.
how I felt in my job for a while of like, it's all good.
Yeah.
And no, people want messy. People
They want
authentic.
it.
People want
Yeah.
good children. People want
Exactly.
relatable.
Exactly.
Can I hear about the origin of this podcast?
Yeah. So I was working as a travel agent for this.
That's insane.
Really crazy. But like I love to talk to people. I love to get on the phone. It was a very niche company. It was called EF Tours, and
Cool.
I was selling international trips to high school teachers to take their kids abroad.
Cool.
Right. So I get to travel over the world. I'm talking to like Donna in Ohio, and I'm like, Donna, you're gonna be obsessed with Paris, and she's like, let's go, girl. I was like, yeah, let's do this thing. So it got to a point where COVID hit.
Yep.
Working in travel was really brutal.
Totally.
And then I moved to Brooklyn. I was living in Boston at the time. I moved to Brooklyn with Joe, who's my best friend.
Still your roommate.
So he's still my roommate to this day, which is
Wow.
wild. We moved to Brooklyn together. He's always been the most creative person I've ever met. When we were kids, I used to go over his house and he'd be like, we're recording today. I'm like, okay. And he'd like throw me a wig and we would get to work. He was very much the director. I was very much being directed. And we would put on these skits. We used to have a YouTube series, all of this stuff. So when we started living together, we would like take a little hit and we would get very creative. We started this we had this web series come out called Lonely in 2022 in February, and that was my first time that I was able to like really show like a exaggerated version of myself to the world, even if like no one really watched it, but it felt really affirming for me. And then one day we're sitting on the couch, Joe was like, should we watch this like inner child healing meditation? I was like, yeah, sure. What do you mean? We watch it, it's 10 minutes. Joe turns to me afterwards. I'm hysterically sobbing. He's like, oh my God, like, I didn't think you were gonna cry. What's going on? I was like, I cannot believe, like, I have allowed myself to lose sight of what I've always wanted, and that is to genuinely entertain people and bring people joy and to, like, just, like, yeah, make people feel good. So we turned to each other, and we were like, okay, like, what can we do? So we got an easel and we started writing all this different stuff. We were like, do we write a show? Yeah, let's write a show. So we started writing this show called Good Children. And then Joe had a manager at the time, and his manager was like, nobody knows who you guys are, so how are you going to pitch this show? We were like, oh, that's actually a really good point. And then, fast forward a week later, we went to go see Alana Glazer perform
Obsessed.
of Broad City, and she's also from Long Island. We saw her at the Bell House. We were standing in the back. I was watching her perform, and everyone's laughing, and I was just watching her, and I was like, what's making her different than us? All I needed to see was a girl from Long Island doing it, and we left there. We sat in the Uber. Joe goes, we need to buy the mics tomorrow. I bought the podcast mics. We set up the iPhones. We posted our first clip to TikTok. It got 100,000 views, and then in the third week of posting, we were top 100 in the U.S. for comedy, which was actually like the wildest journey ever. looking back on it, it's really hard to break through in the podcast space, but
Yeah.
something felt right, and I think that it was us acknowledging that this is what we've always wanted.
And it's giving Alex Cooper documentary.
Yeah.
What you're doing as kids.
Yeah.
Directing. You're being directed. You're doing the same shit now.
Yeah.
And
We're
that's why it's
playing.
working.
Yeah.
You're playing, and that's why you're happy.
Exactly.
I don't even need to ask you if you like your life because you already do.
I love it.
Which, by the way, is one of the hardest questions for people to answer on this
Yeah.
show. Do you like your life? People are like,
I don't know. Yeah. I love my life. I really I look back, I still think sometimes I have to explain my life to people. Like, my parents don't get podcasting. They don't get that I can make money and that I do well. But
welcome to my life.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't ask you for money. So, girl, I'm so fine. Don't even worry about it right now. But this is something like you really need to be all in to enjoy it. And at the end of the day, yeah, I'm dressing up. I'm putting on wigs. I'm pretending I'm Agatha Cromwell from Halloween Town. You know what I mean? And I'm almost a 30-year-old man, and I feel no shame. And I'm having...
And how old do you feel on the inside?
I do feel like I'm like 18.
And you should.
Having fun. But
That's why you're
that's why it's
happy.
like things aren't as serious. I think also it is a luxury of being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community that we don't have societal expectations that is like, I need to have kids by 30 years old. I need to be married by 30 years old. So I have the ability to play a little bit longer. But just
Totally.
because you are a part of that community, it doesn't mean that you have to lose sight of those things.
I would encourage the straight listeners
Yeah.
to try to abandon the timeline
Oh my God.
as much as you can. You'll be happier.
Exactly.
You'll be healthier.
Yeah.
There is no rush.
No.
The people rushing in for... Are there people that meet at 25 and get engaged by 27 and they're happy as a clam?
Yeah.
100%. And I will have friends that do that. And
Yeah.
I have friends that are doing that.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Uh-huh.
And I can't wait for the hora and the wedding. Like, hello. But when you're doing it for the wrong reasons with the wrong person, because you want to pop the babies out.
Yeah. And I understand, like, biological clocks are a thing as well.
But
So
let's
it's
just
like,
freeze the eggs, girlies.
girl, freeze the eggs, but also at the same time, like, even if you have a kid, doesn't mean that you need to lose sight of, like, your creativity or what makes you unique. Like,
Totally.
if you want to be doing something that you were doing when you were a kid, maybe that was theater, community theater.
Totally.
Maybe that was, like, singing. Like, you don't have to lose sight of the things that brought you joy just because you brought someone in the
100%.
world. And because that, I think, is the main reason of raising a good child. It's when you are putting everything that you've wanted into your child, it then becomes your project, and that is not what a child is.
You got to put everything you want into you.
Exactly.
And then let's raise the baby.
Exactly. Period.
Love. Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to be a good dad.
Oh, I can't wait.
Wow.
I can't wait. Yeah. Well, I can wait, actually. I can wait.
A little bit.
Maybe 10 years,
A few
actually.
more
I can
like
wait.
$3 bill then.
Yeah. This is the problem with Williamsburg.
I know.
You know, it's like another high rise hits the water. Let's bring in 3,000 more people.
Do you
Anyways.
think Williamsburg is becoming the new West Village?
Yeah, 100%. And that's why I needed to get out of it. I'm just like, how many more people do you want to put here? I don't understand.
I don't know.
And you would think, and sorry, this was a finance major thing, but supply and demand, right? There is so much supply. Why is the demand, why is the price through the roof?
It's
It should be
insane.
the opposite. Doesn't
Well, New
make
York
sense.
is so unaffordable at this point.
It's
It's sad.
beyond.
I'm close to going to Jersey, and I
No,
can't believe I just
I
said
can't-
that.
no,
I'm kidding. I won't. I never will. I
I'm
actually
almost
won't.
moving to Long Island.
No.
Imagine.
No,
I can't.
you actually can't.
I would
Would you ever
immediately-
move to LA with me?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
I've
circle
been
back on
thinking
that.
about that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not ready yet, but
Okay.
I'll keep that in
I
mind.
might sublet next summer or
That's
for
sick.
like a few months, just
You
when my
should.
lease is up. I'm like, why not?
You totally should. How are you feeling? Also, this is the kind of question that I personally want the answer to. Social media is like the best worst thing.
Yeah,
I think.
100%.
How do you set boundaries with it? With like, obviously you view yourself as a creator, not a consumer.
Yeah.
That flip for me was like huge.
Correct.
But how are you not burning out from it? Or maybe you're not doing much of the posting. I don't know.
So I have a really interesting relationship with social media. And it goes back to being a kid. I think that how old are you?
24.
Okay, so you're a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Than me. Okay, girl.
Okay, girl.
So I was like at the beginning of Instagram, like I was in middle school. So when we started posting, it was very fun. It was very like you can post anything. And then once you got to high school, it was very like I'm going to be face tuning every single picture so I can look like the hottest piece of meat.
Totally.
To walk the streets, right?
Totally.
I think that was really hard to deprogram once I started getting on social media and once I started becoming a personality through my podcast. My podcast was we were posting clips to there, but I was able to like separate that. There's involved. I have agents involved that are like, where's your social media presence? That's always been overwhelming to me because I never felt like it came naturally to me. But once I was able to realize, and I literally just started this 2 months ago for myself, I gained a following through the podcast, things like that. But once I started to realize that I was a creator and the reason that people were listening to the podcast was for me and not for an edited version of me, it was literally just my raw and unfiltered conversations. The easiest way for me to put myself out there was just putting a phone in front of my face and like talking to the camera like I was talking to a friend.
Yeah.
So that was my ability to like get on socials and to see myself as a creator. I literally will hold myself. I'm trying to hold myself to 1 video a day because that's what everyone says, right? And then I turn it off. I post.
Goodbye.
I'll acknowledge the first 3 comments and then I'm off.
Bye.
And I'm not thinking if it did well, if it didn't do well. I'm not allowing that to like be attributed to my worth.
I'm working on that.
Yeah, you cannot let that help. Like, because again, that's gonna derail you if you feel like, oh, I got 50 likes. Like, all right, 50 people just liked that post. It's not like, oh, I have this many followers, only 50 people liked it. No, those 50 people saw it and they decided to like watch your content.
Totally.
I think that's really important if you're trying to put yourself out there.
What's a word you still can't spell without autocorrect?
Oh, that's such a good question. Is it February?
No one's ever said that before.
Yeah,
the R is tricky.
February. Yeah, there's certain little words that my repertoire of words are not, it's not very expansive.
So I do this thing where I use a big word incorrectly.
Always.
But I have confidence. And
Always.
my mom will be like, that makes no sense.
Always.
But it's kind of like my little party trick, you know?
But I think that's what makes like comedy. It's like
100%.
people are laughing at the fact that you don't know how to use the word, but your confidence was there, so it actually made sense in context.
Totally. So in a relationship, you're gonna have to be the funny one. I don't think you could date someone funnier than you.
I think that I can date someone who's funny.
They need to be with it.
They need to be with it. They need to be able to laugh. I personally am somebody who I like to crack jokes, but I'm never really cracking jokes for attention seeking anymore. I personally can't date somebody.
And there are many people who do that.
I can't date somebody who's entering a situation that like is cracking the joke to have the attention directed to them. No, girl, let's make it effortless. You know?
Let's make everything effortless.
He needs to be able to sit back a little bit and see me like
shine,
shake my
shake
thing,
your booty,
and be like, damn, that's my boyfriend.
Oh my god, that's my boyfriend. You're gonna come back on the show and you're gonna have like
girl, it's been tough.
A hunk.
It's been tough.
It's not tough.
I haven't had a boyfriend yet. It's not insane.
It's not insane. It's actually not insane. It's just you're on your timeline.
I'm on my timeline. You're right. I'm on my journey.
And you wouldn't have built this whole thing if you were canoodling in a Williamsburg loft.
You're so correct.
Let's actually like change the perspective a little bit.
You're so correct.
You are building your thing. You want to meet your person when you are aligned in your career, in your thing. You and Joe are flowing and growing. And then you're like, hi, I'm Andrew.
Yeah.
Let's get to
it.
it.
What's up? Although I'm going on my 3rd date tomorrow with somebody who came up to me at a club and was like, I've had a crush on you for a really long time.
Shut
up! I normally
don't date
people
fans.
who
I don't date
listen.
fans. I don't date fans.
I know, you know what I mean? Like only because my content isn't pop culture. We'll talk about pop culture, but it's very my life.
Personal,
so I feel like
totally.
Sometimes when somebody meets me with where I'm at, they're at an advantage and I'm at a disadvantage because you know a lot about me and what makes me tick and my anxieties and things like that.
Interesting.
So that's why I try to like strip that away. But this person,
do we like him?
Yes, I personally think he's really cute. I think that the substance is there and the conversation is really great. But again, I allow myself to get into these situations. I told him I have no capacity for love bombing. So if that was the case, girl, I'm not the person for you. The texting is tough for me. I don't think that he's the best texter, which I don't believe that there's any such thing as a bad texter. I think that you're just being avoidant, and I don't think that you are giving me the attention and the respect that I deserve. But when we are in person, it is really lovely.
Okay, so let's keep exploring it. We'll do a little check-in.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. What's
a toddler truth you still believe in? Did I ask you that yet?
No. A toddler truth. That's a really hard one. My mom always used to tell me, and this is not anything special, but like organization is the key to success. And I would hear that every single year before I would start school. And sometimes I
Five-star notebooks.
Exactly.
Ready
I
to
had
go.
like all of my folders. I had all of the little like binders with the inserts and everything like that. And I would say that's probably something that I've held true since I was a kid, was the organization is the key to success. And also, like, she would always tell me the first day of school, don't talk too much, right? Don't talk too much. Allow the other people to talk, and like you'll be able to learn from them. So I think that even in social situations, like from when I was a kid to now, I'm a big talker, but I have allowed myself to be a really great listener as well. Yeah.
Love.
Important.
So important. What would you tell your younger self?
I actually was recently watching videos of myself when I was a kid, and I was talking about myself in third person, which was really interesting, but I was like, oh my God, like I am a really happy person. I've always been a positive person, and I could see myself when I was a kid, like I was happy, but I wanted to make other people happy. I'm a big people pleaser, and I never want me. Growing up, I felt really uncomfortable in my skin for so many different reasons, and I never wanted other people to feel uncomfortable, so I always wanted to make people feel included. I would tell my younger self, and I know it's so cliche, everyone's like, it's gonna be okay, but like, I never thought I would be at a place where I would help one person or my story would open somebody up to their own stories or conversations with their friends. And I've had people, when we go on tour and we do live shows, we had somebody come up to me, a girl came up to us and like came out to us. Her sister was behind us. She didn't even come out to her sister yet. And then she turned around with us like by her side to tell her sister. And it was so beyond emotional that I was like, I have that ability to help people. So I would say to my younger self, like, it's be yourself. You don't need to hide anything. Like, people are always going to judge you. There will be people in this life that do not like you, and that is okay.
But you shouldn't be one of them.
Everyone.
You shouldn't be one of the people that don't like you.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be one of the people that
because
judge
if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else?
And if you can't love yourself, yeah, 100%.
Thank you, RuPaul Charles, for that
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
And what would he say if he could see where you are now?
I think he would be extremely proud of the person that I've become. I think, again, like,
Chill.
I grew up in a pretty, like, conservative place where there was moments that, like, not to get, like, dark, but,
Wait,
like,
get
I
dark.
was praying the gay away. You know, that was very much my journey, and I think that there was times where I was like, I can convince myself to be straight. I will be with a woman. I used to pray for a wife and kids, and that is really hard to bear when you're a child.
Yeah.
And the fact that I have gotten so comfortable in my skin and am on the internet and I don't care what I sound like anymore. If people say I sound gay, if I look gay, if anything, because that is me. I am gay, girl.
You're you.
It's like, call me gay, okay? Hit the nail on the head, huh? Tell me something I don't know, idiot.
Yeah, like, that's interesting, honestly.
I'm like, and I go to their profile, I'm like,
please.
I'm not going to say a single thing, give it 10 years.
Well, if you spot it, you got it.
Exactly.
If you spot it, you got it. Andrew, you're a gift.
Oh, thank you.
With a capital G.
Oh, I love this.
I'm kind of obsessed. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
Isn't it really
I could talk
fun?
to you for hours.
I know. We should.
Yeah, and I'm going to binge eat all your snacks.
And you should. Well,
Yeah.
don't trigger me. I did used to have binge eating
Well,
disorder,
same.
obviously. Cheers.
Cheers.
You're an angel sent
So
from
are you.
heaven. This was
Thank
really
you.
great.
It was great.
You're great.